Okay, so I will call the meeting to order for 7:27. And we will start with the minutes of the last council meeting, January 25th. If everyone's taken a look at them and is good with those, can I get a motion and a seconder for those? Councillor Cowan, Councillor Gardner, all in favor? Thank you. Adoption of the agenda. Do we have anything to add? Can I get a motion for that? Councillor Cowan, Councillor Baker, all in favor? Thank you. Finance. If everybody wants to take a look at that, does anybody have any, that's what I'm looking for, conflicts? If not, okay. Do you have a conflict, Grant? I can't hear you. No. You're still muted. You're still muted. There.
Hey, I have a couple, but I got a different screen up there now.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a motion and then I'll take your questions. Give me 1 sec. Can I get a motion for finance and a seconder? Councillor Baker? Councillor Cowan? Okay, go ahead, Grant.
Just a couple questions on the school money that's gone. One for 94,000 to Fort LaBosse School Division for December remittance, and then the other one is to the public school finance for 54. Are these not the same things, or is one provincial, one goes right to Fort LaBosse, or what's the deal here?
Yes, it's part of the budget and our tax levy. We collect for public school finance, which is the provincial, and we start paying that in November, and that's dependent on the amount of our total tax bill or tax payments we receive. So say by the end of October, we've received 80% of our payments, of our tax payments, then we give Fort LaBosse and Public Schools Finance 80% of their total remittance. Then at the end of December, we pay say we've got up to 90% at that time, then we pay the additional 10%, another 10%. And then at the end of January of the following year, so of 2022, in this case, we have to pay the entire levy, whether or not we've collected all of our taxes or not. So that's what these will be, are the final payments, I believe.
Okay, and then 2022-0172. Can you explain that?
Somebody made a mistake in payment, paying us. And I believe that was an online payment.
Taxes?
Yeah, taxes. So it was paid online into our account. So we had to give it back to her. It should be an Arma Wallace Woodward payment, not ours.
Okay.
Councillor Penner?
Yeah, just a question on the one ending 0177, conservation and climate. Could you just remind me what that's for?
That's the waste recycling payment, waste and recycling payment that we have to pay. That's the $1 per ton. Or sorry, $10 per ton, $10 that we collect out at the landfill. And we also have to pay on the garbage that we take out to the landfill.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions? Okay, I have a motion for that. So, Grant, are you? Yep.
Yeah, I got one more. Just
okay.
I got two boot allowances here, 238 and 239, and one's for 78.40 and the other one's 173.59. So do we have a cap on boot allowance, or is it just all over the place? We just pay them whatever they purchased?
Yeah, we pay what they purchase up to $200 a year.
Okay, so we do have a cap.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's in the contract.
Yeah, okay.
Anybody else? Okay, so I have that motion. So to pay the town of Virden finance bills, all in favor? Thank you very much.
And Tina also votes.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Number 30.
Yeah, you betcha. Okay. MEIA membership renewal. This is the Manitoba Environmental Association group that we pay into and send people for courses and things at sometimes. Rhonda, is there anything that you want to say about renewing this?
I feel a lot of it's outlined in the letter that they had attached, giving some of the benefits, and obviously it is some of the staffing opportunities that we have through them, and like with their programs and events, and also just with us having the industrial waste facility. It's always been felt we should be a member of this organization as well.
So can I get a motion to pay the MEIA renewal for 2022? Councillor Cowan, Councillor Penner. All in favor? All in favor? Thank you. Cost sharing street reconstruction. Town of Virden Council had a meeting with Manitoba Highways, and this is a motion that we are bringing forward for works that we have asked them to look into doing for us. So we are putting a motion forward to show that for cost sharing, we are prepared to put up our part of money for it. If someone would like to make a motion for that, it's on your computer. Councillor Baker, you want to make the motion? Councillor Penner? Does somebody want to read that motion to put into the books? Councillor Baker?
Sure, can you hear me?
Yeah.
That I will make the motion that the town of Virden enter into a cost sharing agreement with Manitoba Transportation and Infrastructure for the reconstruction of King Street and 7th Avenue South from King Street West to Lion Street West at a total dollar value of $175,000.
Thank you. And that was Penner seconded it? Yep. And you seconded that, Travis, thank you. And you have a question or a comment? No? Okay. Anybody have any comments on that? All in favor of that motion? All in favor? Perfect, thank you. Committee reports. That was fast. So I'm going to start at the top of my screen. Councillor Gardner.
I guess we had a sewer and water transportation meeting on the 27th. Had a budget meeting with the MPI and on the 1st of February. Supposed to have a booth meeting last night, but we had to reschedule that due to people not being able to attend. And that's all I have.
Okay. Councillor Machinsky? I can't hear you.
Can you unmute yourself, Carl, on the bottom left hand of your?
Yeah, Zoom's in a different spot than go-to meetings. It's kinda... There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a council meeting and that's all I have.
Okay, perfect. Counselor Cowan?
I tried to attend the budget meeting with MTI and also I'm still foggy, so very sick. There was another meeting we had.
We had a budget meeting the same night.
Okay, that's what I attended, and that's it in the last couple weeks.
Okay.
Sorry, my brain's not working properly still.
Still has mushy brain.
Yeah, very mushy.
Sorry. Yeah,
That's okay. Counselor Baker?
Yeah, it was in the MI meeting and I had a Virden employment skills meeting and a budget meeting. And then we met for the spray park RFP that went out. And I think that's it.
Thank you. Counselor Penner?
Yeah, library board meeting on the 31st and the emergency management information session on the 1st. And I guess the budget meeting and the MTI meeting. And Rhonda, if you could just give me a minute after we're done here today, I need to ask you a question about the library.
Okay, you bet.
Perfect. Okay. I didn't have anything anybody else didn't have. I had the MI meeting and the budget meeting, and I sat in on the spray park RFP meeting. Right. So you probably have the biggest.
Well, I obviously was at pretty much all the same meetings that you folks were at. We of course have been working at budget, met with the developer about the industrial park. Also, our municipal relations calls are back on track. Our asset management courses have been postponed for the month of March. We would have had 2 sessions in March, but because Selkirk is actually updating one of their policies and they want to provide us with the updated policy and teach based on it, not on the old one, and then say, oh, but this is what we've made it. Also, we are a staff, we had our management meeting. We also met to discuss the strategic plan and start working on what we would need for resources. And we are going to be setting up a meeting with Doug to have him talk to the management team and talk through that. And yeah, that's sort of the big one. The big 2 or 3. Sorry, also had a meeting today about the airport. And we need to set up an airport meeting, hopefully for next week. But I will be sending that out in a separate email for Mayor Wright and of course yourself, Councillor Penner. And of course, we all know the guys have been busy with snow clearing. That's taken up most of their time. Waterworks, the water main break on Wellington, down around the 11th and Wellington has been repaired today. So that's all back connected and up and working. Those are the 2 main things going on.
Okay, so that's it for committee reports. So unless anyone has anything else, I will take a motion for adjournment. Councillor Penner, Councillor Gardner, all in favor? All right, we are,
I want to turn there.
okay, we are adjourned. And
Just a couple of matters.